Hi everyone, this is Tamae. Welcome back to my channel. So today I would like to finally talk about my current healing journey. I'm sorry for the delay, but I just wanted to kind of cover my background before I went on to this so you have a better understanding of the history of my skin. So throughout my second pregnancy, I used the Tatcha hand cream. I always had this thought in the back of my mind whether the hand cream was working because I was pregnant. For both of my pregnancies, my hand was in a great condition. The first pregnancy, actually, it was the most stable my hand had been. And I wonder if it was the prenatal vitamins I was taking, but I really enjoyed nice hand throughout my first pregnancy and the second pregnancy. I do think that the hand cream helped, but I also wondered whether my hand was in a better condition because I was once again pregnant. I always wonder what would happen, for example, 6 months after the delivery or when I stopped breastfeeding. So around 2016 of April, so that's over a year of using the hand cream, I noticed the effectiveness of the hand cream going down. My hand was very dry. So September of 2016, a little bit over a year after I gave birth to my younger daughter, my hand eczema spread to my left. And I thought, that's not good. And it didn't feel like a temporary flare. It felt more of a permanent eczema. So that really caught my attention, and then around the same time my hands were reacting to the hand cream. I was having to apply the hand cream every time I came in contact with the water because my hands otherwise would be so dry. But when I applied the cream, my hands would get red and then itchy, and so I did use other creams at that time to deal with that so I could use less of the Tatcha hand cream. And my hands were getting swollen, and also I started scratching them in my sleep. And I would wake up with deep wounds, and I started covering them up like in public so people wouldn't see the wounds. And I just, as a 38-year-old, I was embarrassed and kind of lost in I didn't want to be doing that at this stage in my life, but I didn't know what to do. January of 2017, I had bumps all over my face and on my earlobes and a little bit on my neck. That's when I really looked for some information, things that I could do, and that's when I came across some videos of people that turned their health around on a plant-based lifestyle. One of them was Rob Stewart. He makes videos specific to curing eczema, and that made me remember of my TSW experience on a vegan diet. And I thought my hands were telling me that I wasn't healthy internally. Also the bumps on my face, I felt healthy as a person, but my skin was telling me I wasn't. So the situation with my hands and my face really made me take notice that something was not right internally, and I needed to take this as a sign. So I decided that I was gonna heal myself from the inside out. So in mid-January of 2017, I went plant-based overnight. I know that seems drastic, but I'm a person that when I know in my gut that that's the right thing to do, I do jump in fully right away. So I know that's not for everyone, but that's just what I did, and that's how my journey began. Bumps on my face disappeared within a month. Early stages up till I did the moisturizer withdrawal in September, my hands went through a lot of ups and downs. So I would have maybe 5 days of flare and 3 days of good skin and another 5 days of flare and 3 days of good skin. If you have eczema, the pathway for detoxification is through the skin, and that's how I saw that it was detoxing all the things through my hands and through my forearms, and I saw it as a necessary stage in my healing. There were some moments that were hard because I went in thinking that it was gonna be a quick journey, but it was taking so much longer. So yeah, it was mentally hard, but I saw it as something that I had to get through. So in mid-February of 2017, I started incorporating smoothies. I threw in a ton of things, some greens like spinach or kale, and then cucumber, celery, beets, turmeric, apple, maybe a banana, ginger, black pepper. I started doing that every day. And then 2 months into this lifestyle, I decided to cut out gluten and then oil. I don't believe I have gluten intolerance, but I know gluten can get in the way of healing your gut. So I just wanted to do everything that would give my gut a chance to heal. So that's what I did. I decided to attempt moisturizer withdrawal around the same time that I cut out oil and gluten, and I failed miserably. I only lasted maybe a day and a half. My hands became really dry and had so many cuts that I couldn't even lift my younger one. She was only a year and a half, so she still needed me to do many things like pick her up and change her diapers, and I just could not function as a mother. I decided that this wasn't the right decision. I also wanted to make sure I was using safe products on my skin. I started using this very basic balm by Organic Bath Company. The ingredients are here. Really gentle, something that my skin didn't react to. In May, I did a little bit of parasite cleanse after watching some videos on YouTube about parasites. So I did that for raw garlic first thing in the morning for about 3 weeks. And then I also did oil pulling for 2 months around that time. And then in mid-June of 2017 is when I started incorporating juicing. The reason why I did the juicing was that because I learned that certain vegetables, it's better to juice for your body to get all the nutrients from. So that's why I started juicing, mainly vegetables, and then I would do a little bit of spinach and then fruit smoothies in the afternoon. So I really reduced the vegetables that went into the smoothies, but focused on getting the vegetables from the juice that I drank first thing in the morning. So I did that for a very long time. For 6 months, I did mixed things like celery, kale, and cucumber, and beet, and stuff like that. I just juiced a whole bunch of things together. But in January of 2018, that's when I kind of switched to juicing single items along with ginger and lemon, and I felt like that kind of worked better for myself than drinking a whole bunch of things at once. So I switched to that method, and I kind of continued juicing that way from there on. As for supplements, I am quite stubborn, and I really wanted to see how far I can heal myself just on food. So I did not take any supplements until a year and a half into the healing journey. So that was April of 2018. That's when I added B12 because I learned that you don't get B12 as a vegan. I learned the risk, so I decided I should probably add B12 to my diet. So I started taking B12, but still kind of resisting other supplements overall. I did try some supplements for a month in July of 2017 when I kind of hit the wall. And whenever I hit the wall, I had a tendency to start wondering, what am I not doing enough of? What am I missing? And that's when I had a tendency to fall into this trap of thinking like, oh, if I take this supplement, that's gonna cure me, or that's gonna make me better, or that's gonna get me out of this situation. I always kind of fell for it. So that's when I added D3, vitamin D3 and zinc, and also started taking spirulina tablets. I stopped taking them because I felt like I didn't need them at the time. I kind of had this hesitation every morning when I took them, and I just felt like that wasn't the right mindset. So I thought, I'm gonna go back to just food and see how far I can go. I really wanted to strip it down to the basics and really trust my body's natural function to get to where I want it to be, which is to heal my hands. I know supplements can be helpful, but throughout this journey, I always try to be true to myself. If something didn't feel right, I didn't take it. I just try to stick to what felt right for myself, because I believe that our bodies are so intelligent that when you give the right tools, the body can do what it's supposed to do. So I just try to focus on creating that environment for my body. And whenever I questioned what I was doing, I tried to go back to that way of thinking, that I needed to really trust my body and just do my best from my part, whatever I can do to help it. So exercise wise, I stopped going to the gym because I was in pain. My hands had cuts and I could not really stretch or grip things. So I used to do cardio and some weight training at the gym, but I decided I was gonna just work out at home. So I bought a Pilates videos and I did that. And then I also came across bar exercise, which I really love because of the soreness that you feel after each session. Also, I started doing yoga in September of 2017, which has been amazing for my mental health. I feel grounded every time I do yoga and feel the positive energy. So that really helped me to get through this healing journey. The healing journey can be hard because you don't know when your body is going to heal. On the healing journey, you can feel discouraged or lost or sad or depressed, or like some negative feelings of course come with it when you have the downs, but yoga really helped me get through all these low moments, and every time kind of put me back into the positive side of things. So I always use yoga whenever I feel out of balance, and just to connect to my body. Initially, I thought my healing journey would not take this long. I went in thinking that maybe 3 months to 6 months. When the 3-month mark came around and the 6-month mark came around, I was still struggling to heal my skin, and I of course felt discouraged. So what I tried to tell myself was that what I was putting into my body was certainly not making me sicker. Even though my hands were having ups and downs, overall I felt so much better. Health-wise, I had more energy, I was more optimistic, I felt great overall. So I kind of trusted that feeling that I was on the right track, and it was just more to do with the time. So August of 2017, I started noticing that whenever I put that balm from the organic bath company on my hands and the wrist area, my skin felt more irritated. I came across some people doing moisturizer withdrawal on Instagram, and I thought, oh, maybe using the balm is delaying my healing. I decided to stop using the balm in mid-September of 2017. The skin initially became worse and it was so dry. One day I just said it out loud in front of my family. I can't do this anymore. I need to put something on my hands. They're so painful. And my family, including my youngest, I don't think she knows what's really happening, but they all came to me and said, you have to keep going. You know, you can do this. Whenever I had this thought of putting a little bit of cream to ease the pain, I always remember that moment. Initially, I feel like I went through a withdrawal from using moisturizers on my hands, but they got better, and I had 3 flare-ups after that, which involved in having lots of cuts, like so many cuts that I couldn't believe it was even possible to have that many cuts on your hands at once. That happened once, and then the other 2 times were less severe, but still I would count them as flare-up. So, but there have been only 3 since I stopped using moisturizers, and I think it was the best decision that I could have made at that time to help my skin heal. As I mentioned in my previous video, I have not used any moisturizers on my body. I still use oil and sunscreen on my face and a little oil on my neck, but aside from that, I don't use anything. And this is the current state of my hands. I am 2 years into the healing journey, and I am feeling great and very optimistic, and I think that it's really time and patience. So you have to think about how long it took for the body to kind of become unhealthy. And in my case, I feel like it sort of started when I started eating everything in 96. That's a long time. 96 to 2016, I ate everything pretty much. I didn't eat so much of the like junk food and fast food. I still ate a lot of meat and dairy and eggs compared to before. For example, when I was single, I didn't cook meat at home because I've never been a huge meat eater. So I didn't buy any meat. I would make maybe salmon. Mainly I ate a lot of vegetables and rice and beans. I would eat meat in a social setting. After I met my husband, he's someone that wants meat on the dish lunchtime and dinner time, so I started eating more meat. And then also when the children came along, I ate more dairy and eggs and all the things. So it took a long time for my health to decline, and to expect my body to bounce back in 3 months to 6 months really was not realistic. So once I recognized that and go with the timeline that my body has, it really took off the stress of thinking like, when am I gonna heal? When am I gonna heal? Like, why am I not healing? And it's already been a year, and why am I having this flare up? And I'm eating so clean, and all those kind of a negative way of thinking. When you got rid of them, I feel like the healing journey became so much easier. Just focusing on enjoying the journey. I know it's not easy if you're going through TSW. I understand, but just to appreciate the things that you get to learn in order to keep your body healthy, that's been amazing for me. So I have a lot of appreciation for this journey, and I know that it happened when it needed to happen. So I think I'll end here because I don't want to make this video too long or pack in too many things. So I will be making another video for sure. If you have any questions related to my healing journey, please let me know and I can try to answer that also in my next video. So please leave them down below in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching another video of mine and allowing me to share my journey with you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.